Casey and the Sunshine Band, and that's the way I like it. You're listening to BBC Radio Leicester. It's 10:15. Ben Jackson with you through until 2. We were just chatting about this behind the scenes on the show this morning about free stuff to do over the summer, and it was at that point that producer Kira and I were both talking about the fact that we'd completely separately seen loads of people out blackberry picking, which just seems a really wholesome thing to do. It's free of charge. You end up with a bag of stuff. It's great to do with the kids and grandkids and so on. Anyway, I was casting about on the net this morning and found an organisation called Charnwood Foraging. Joanna Richart is from there. Joanna, hi.
Hi, Ben. How are you?
I'm really good. I'm really grateful you've come on because actually Charnwood Foraging, I mean, you do courses, talks, walks. It's huge.
We are not that huge. I have a small team of very good enthusiasts from my marketing team who supports all the website updates and our expert guy. It's a really nice small team, but they are very essential in the success of the company.
Do you think of foraging as something that people used to do decades ago? Is it coming back in?
Absolutely, absolutely. I think people are now finding that what their grandparents used to know actually was very useful, and they want to get out. And I think that times are very, very stressful for people. Lots of people are under many pressures from work. It's actually a time of getting out and suddenly switching off, focusing what grows around us. And it's that hunting that it's embedded in our genes that's suddenly waking up, and it's so natural for us. And that's why you see those families going out there, being together. That's how they used to be centuries ago. Together, they together harvest the food, together they prepare it, together they eat it. It just tastes so much better.
It's interesting. I don't know whether, in my head, I'm seeing more and more people doing it. This year, certainly. And it's interesting that Kira came across it because it's all across her Instagram feed. It's a very Instagrammable thing to do, isn't it?
Absolutely. There is about 300,000 edible plants, several thousands of mushrooms, of which only about 2% are edible. It's a lot of learning you can share online.
Look, the thing about particularly blackberry, I know that foraging for mushrooms is a very specific thing, and boy, oh boy, you've got to absolutely know what you're doing, so don't unless you know what you're doing. But for things like blackberries and stuff, you don't have to go into the depths of the countryside because the bit of I can think of a million places in Leicester where there's a bit of scrappy land, there's some blackberries growing, they're just as edible, I think, aren't they?
All the blackberries are edible. Sometimes people get a little put off because they try one and it might not be sweet. Well, blackberries, actually, people always being told, forage only if you're 100% certain. Well, I can tell you are not 100% certain with blackberries because there is several hundred different species of blackberries and they're intertwined. For us, we look at them and it's just a blackberry. But this is why you can pick from one bush and it's really lovely and sweet, and 2 meters next to it is one that's not so sweet. Don't be put off. Just a different species, but luckily all of them are edible, so you don't have to know exactly 100% which one you get.
And are you finding more people coming to your courses and so on?
Absolutely, and there's a lot more we can forage for than just blackberries, which people then learn on the course and then suddenly go away and go, wow, there is so much more we can do. For example, right now, also hawthorn is still the little red berries. They make fantastic jam and jellies as well. You can forage for rowan berries. Lovely orange jam comes out. You can mix it with, for example, crab apples, which makes it go more dense rather quickly and easily, and other lot more exotic things. I don't know whether you ever come against cherry laurel.
No.
Lots of people think that's a poisonous plant. It is a poisonous plant, but only when eaten raw. When you cook with it, it suddenly becomes perfectly edible, and it still has that cherry-like flavor. They are so easy to pick, and they are ripe right now. You can pick lots of them, make gorgeous fruit ladder jams, fantastic taste of cherries.
I went to record something, funnily enough, with somebody at their home, like the end of last week on one of those really hot days, and we were chatting away, and his wife was in the corner, and she said, "Will you excuse me? I've just been out blackberrying, and I've picked some apples from the hedgerow as well, and I'm going to go make some blackberry and apple jam."
There you go. There you go. See, more and more people are doing it. But you don't have to stick with just berries. There are still some greens around which you can forage for as well. For example, angelica. I don't know how old you are. I'm not going to ask you. But our older generations, the sort of more mature people, always on the course go, I remember the candied angelica. It used to be in the shop. We used to use it as decoration for the cakes. Well, the wild angelica is out now. People can go forage for it and make their own candied angelica, the traditional sweets.
Why did you get into this so heavily? Why are you so passionate about it?
Well, I am from Czech Republic, as you can probably hear from the accent. So in my country, this kind of has been our DNA forever and ever. We are a small country, so we didn't get access forever for some imports from abroad. So we relied very heavily on what we could forage for ourselves. So in Czech Republic, you are a born forager. You dry your herbs so you can cure your illnesses. You go out for mushroom when you are 3-4 years old. You're already learning about mushrooms. And you're foraging for anything you can eat and preserve, from making nettle kimchi to making jams and cordials for the whole winter.
Joanna, it's lovely to talk to you. Maybe we could arrange for me to come out and we could have a walk along a hedgerow and do a bit of foraging. Can we do that in a couple of weeks' time?
Oh, absolutely. I would be delighted.
OK, well, hang on the line and we'll make that happen. It's great to have you on the show. And if people do a search for Charnwood Foraging, they'll find you online.
Absolutely, absolutely. And thank you so much for having me. It's lovely to share the joy of foraging, and I hope more people will take it on.
What a lovely thing to say, Joanna. Thank you.